Hello, everyone. Good morning. Happy Friday. This is something new. Look, good morning. Random chit chat about nothing and something. So, y'all know the rules. Okay, come in here with some questions, honey. Come in here with things to talk about because I ain't got nothing to talk about. And whatnot. Okay, but again, happy Friday. Happy Friday. Okay, yes, I am here. Okay, and y'all know where I'm at now. I'm in the bed, okay? Because this thing only works for good morning, random chit chat, quietness, and conversations if I'm in the bed, okay? Now, I was up out the bed and doing things and came and got back in the bed to come talk to y'all because that's what this is going to be. So, yeah, in the bed. My closet is crazy. Okay, that's half of it. That's the other half. But okay, I just have to show y'all, the where I'm at because that's what it is. I hope everybody's having a good day so far. Okay, and look, even though it's almost noon, and even though this is titled "Good Morning Chit Chat," because 11:45 is still morning time. Anytime before 12 is morning. Okay, now I'm not a morning person at all, so you ain't gonna get me at 8 a.m. You ain't gonna get me at 9 or 10, okay, or even 11. 11:45 is what I can do. Okay, to get the morning started, get the afternoon started, or whatever. Just random chit chats about nothing or about something we don't know. The last time we came together, I think that was either Tuesday morning or Wednesday morning. We had a whole like an hour and a half conversation. Honey, when I say it was about nothing and everything, it was hilarious. I don't know how we ended up getting on white penises and chicken meat, light and dark white and dark meat. Okay. But that's how conversations can go when things is really random. Okay, and really random. But thank y'all for being around here, okay, and whatnot. Yes, I'll be on camera the whole time because this ain't the time to be on camera, okay? It's not. But hello. Hey, listen, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Okay, make sure you do all of those things. You see up top it says please. Also follow me on IG and Twitter at JayLeesCorner. Okay, and subscribe to this channel. Okay, and make sure to like and share the video. Happy Friday. Hey everyone. Hello to everybody. Good morning, and everything. It's Gemini season. Is it? Is it? I don't be knowing the horoscopes of people or whatever. Um, yes, in the bed. Happy Friday. Also, I was see in Cali. I'm right on time. Okay, I'm right on time. It's morning time for you. Yes, I'm in the bed. I'm at work and it's raining. It is supposed to rain here today, but not for another couple hours. Happy Friday. I'll be up at 5 or 6 in the morning. That's not. Sometimes I don't go to bed till 5 a.m. I am very much so a vampire. I have never been a morning person ever in my life. Even when I was younger, I felt like something was wrong with me because I just was not a morning person. But as I got old, I'm like I'm not a morning person. It's not it's not weird. It's not crazy that I don't like getting up in the mornings. I'm not a morning person. So once you realize that, like I'm saying, you get a job with a different schedule. Okay, you have your sanity. Okay, so that's what I have currently. Hey, good morning, hello. Yeah, I'm a whole vampire. Okay, I can look. Last night, I don't know what time I went to bed last night, but I'm always up. I'll be. Shows can come on at like 8 and 9 o'clock. I don't get out there. I won't get up, not get up, but I won't get on the computer and get to working on stuff until like midnight, and I'll be up from like midnight to like 5 a.m. Working on content. because I do feel like I work better at night. So it is what it is. Hey guys, hey Jaylee, like the video, please, please, please come in. And I'm not a morning person either. I work. Yeah, I can't do that. Okay, at home from 7 to 11 to 7. Lisa Mack, I'm not a morning person too, or you are a morning person. Some days I'm up at 4 a.m. Whew. I mean, I'll be woke at 4 a.m. I'll be woke at 4 a.m. And then I'll be going to bed at like 5:30. But then I'll get up between 10 and 11, sometimes 12. It just depends on my day. But we don't know. But hey, y'all, hey. So somebody needs to toss out either a question, okay, or something for us to discuss. I was gonna go on Jasmine brand and see what they had talking about, because there's not been much gossip at all going on. Things have been very, very calm, cool, and collected. For celebrities or whatever. So it's like it's not no gossip to discuss either. So that's like, oh, well, that sucks. Um, but it also means, it's time to kind of talk about the stuff, because when there's nothing else going on, you can always have a random chit in the chat about stuff. I'm trying to put the Jasmine brand now, because it could have been stuff out there and I just did not know, because I have not been paying attention and whatnot. Um, let's see. Former Love and Hip Hop star Hazel E is allegedly expecting her second child. Well, that's on her. We're gonna let the lady be. Um, I don't really, follow Hazel E. I don't think about Hazel E. But if she's having another baby, that would prevent her from having more surgeries, I'm saying congratulations to her. Have you seen the trailer for P Valley? I absolutely have. And I tell you, I cannot wait until next week for the season premiere. P Valley will now be on Fridays. So I'm hoping that I'm hoping Stars still have it available, so at midnight the night before, because that way I can have already watched it, have my review up, and have it premiere for that night. So I'm hoping P Valley, on Stars is still available on on the app on demand, at midnight. So that way I don't have to wait until Friday night to do it. Because again, they trying to make us be in the house all the time, honey, and I got things to do. Hey Julie, hey Julie, hey JayBirds. What do you think about Housewives? I look today. I promise y'all. Okay, I promise that today, is the day I'm going to watch Beverly Hills. I have the first 3 episodes on my DVR, and I don't know why I haven't watched. This is the crazy part. I haven't watched the episodes, but I also haven't gotten any spoilers, so I have no idea what has been going on for the first 3 episodes. But I absolutely, do plan to I do plan to review them, because I like the show. And I don't know if I just been busy or I just didn't think about it, but I was like, I just, I'm gonna do it. But I also feel like if y'all gonna watch it, you know what I'm saying? If y'all gonna watch the reviews, to be sure it's worth my time or whatever. But I'm going, yes, it's gonna be 3 separate reviews for it. But yeah, I don't have an opinion yet. Um, because I haven't watched. So we shall see. Let me see. Hold on, I'm trying to respond to a text, because I be multitasking and stuff. They had not two cokeheads, the 2 cokeheads taking all the attention. What 2 cokeheads? Who is the 2 cokeheads taking attention? What is that about? I cannot wait for P Valley. More teen, okay. Down in the valley where the girls get naked. If they throwing band, then they gonna shake it. 1, 2, shake 'em. 3, 4, break. I'm saying I don't know how to say. Are you watching the Real World Homecoming? Still like no one's watching it. I am for sure watching it, but that's also a show I've been watching and enjoying it versus having to watch it and review. But I'll get my thoughts on it because y'all talking about it. Okay, and this is random conversation. Real World New Orleans, I watched that season for sure. Real World, like that's my core reality starting point was Real World. That's when they started, it started getting good, and seeing them all come back together. I'll say this: I feel like Matt has not changed, which is good and bad. Because seeing the conversation between him and Danny and Matt just not being able to wrap his mind around God making somebody gay is crazy to me. I feel like, as a grown up, there are things that you should be able to comprehend, even if you don't agree with them, even if you do not agree with homosexuality, to not be able to say, but God still made you. And I just, that's just, it's crazy that he just doesn't understand that. So that is kind of crazy to me. I love Melissa, but I love Melissa back then. I love Melissa. I really do hope that she gets everything she wants in life from this. I like how she said before that she was on the platform with their POC, a person of color, on that season, and she did not do enough with her platform because when the show ended, she kind of just went to a little shell of herself. So, that's on that. But I love her now. I love the adult Melissa who's able to say what she feels and feels what she says, and she does not, hold back. So I love that about that. I can't stand Julie at all. But I don't think I liked Julie back in the day. I know for a fact sometime when she was on the challenges, she kind of got on my nerve. But Julie in this aspect is so plot and plan. You know what I'm saying? I don't like it. Okay, I don't like it. The whole thing with her trying to, insinuate that Tokyo had, harmed her in some kind of way when she was a drunk woman walking around, bruising herself up, pissed me off. I love how, David, who is now called Tokyo, how he is matured. But again, you have to think about there was kids back then, they're adults now. So I love the way that he is completely, opened himself up to not being such an asshole. Jamie is still cute as an older guy, but still like, out of trouble and whatnot. Danny seems like, I don't know about Danny. Danny seems like he maybe have some issues at home or whatever, and this is a getaway. So that's on that. And then what? Am I missing anybody? Oh, Kelly, is her name Kelly? Is Honey Scott Wolf wife? She's just there for background music. You know what I'm saying? So it's a good series for sure. I think it's like maybe 6 episodes in, but I for sure watch it every week. Okay. The episodes have been pretty good. Did you get my treadmill is in place? I would get up and go and show y'all, but I just don't feel like it. But yes, it's in the other room, currently, and it is also in use. Hey, do you watch Commit or Quit? No, I was going to. I was also going to review it, but I felt like because so many of the shows was coming this summer and I wanted to have time, I just did not want to keep adding more shows that were like new. Because it just, sometimes that gets boring and I wanted my channel to kind of be, different. I don't want to do all the same shows that we all do. So some shows I'm like, I ain't gonna, so because I was gonna do Commit or Quit. I was gonna do Love Match Atlanta. Both shows after trying to watch the first episodes, it just wasn't my thing. And I'm like, I didn't want to force myself to have to watch it just to review it. And I just, I was like, whatever. I will always watch the reviews. Thank you, Ash Tug. I appreciate that. Okay, I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? I think people don't get sometimes us YouTubers, we have to consistently create content. And not only that, we have to consistently intrigue people to want to come back and keep watching our content. So I always appreciate it when anybody, acknowledges that, they like watching and they'll keep watching me. Because you know what I'm saying? One day somebody's, I don't like her no more. And everybody stop watching me, then what I'm gonna do? Okay. I'm still be. But still, I do appreciate that. Delete that video with the 34-year-old father with 30 kids. Kept me laughing on my morning commute today. Your commentary was hilarious. I love doing the live watch alongs. I absolutely love it because when I'm watching, if I could watch these shows and review them as I'm watching them, my commentary would be hilarious. But I can't, with shows, we can't do that because copyright. So whenever I find a live to, have commentary with as we watch it, I'm gonna do it. Because it's fun and it's funny and it's cool. As I'm talking, y'all have your comments, so that's kind of popping in too. So it's a full conversation as we're watching some foolishness. So I love it. You know what I'm saying? That's why I be trying to catch these lives of people, and then having live watch alongs versus kind of post them up because it's fun to do. It's entertaining. It's just something different. You know what I'm saying? It's easy for us all to watch something, separately, and then maybe comment in the comment section, or we all watch it, separately, and then it's a whole review. But to watch the video at the same time and me talking through it, it's fucking comedy. Because I think that's me, at my most vulnerable, because it's like whatever thoughts I have, I say. And so it's kind of crazy. Jennifer is because it's on Paramount. What about another app? On that late, but welcome. Okay, welcome around here. Okay, you can be late. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Um, Devon Franklin. Because I have a whole yes, yes. So I think Niecy sent us either it was Niecy or Bonnie, in our group chat, has sent, when it before it became public. She had sent it to our chat. And so I seen it then before, the masses kind of saw it or whatever. And I was like, I thought it was fine. I think I seen his post also, how he explained that how he first was off the job, when he was still married. He was still married to, oh, wow, I forgot his wife's name. Oh, Megan Good. And then, the divorce hit or whatever. How he was questioning if he should do it or not. And for me, I feel like for people to think that on a show about strangers getting married, you should not have a quote unquote expert who just recently got divorced. I think that's crazy. Mainly because most of these couples get divorced. You know what I'm saying? So, and I don't think someone who was married for 9 years can't speak on how to make a marriage work just because the marriage didn't work forever. I think in life we have to also be told up front how some things don't work out, and how sometimes stuff that you could be going through that ended your marriage you can possibly advise someone on how to maneuver that so it doesn't end theirs. So I like that they're adding people on here who are not, quote unquote perfect. You know what I'm saying? We've also been saying for seasons that they need to add someone on here, or don't know how they need to, change up the experts. So to me, he makes sense, and I feel like before him and Meg got divorced, people wasn't like, downing him for speaking on this or on that. I don't think a divorce should make somebody not be the person to help advise someone on marriage, because they were married for 9 years. You know what I'm saying? And no matter what happened, we can't say it was his fault or her fault. And, I just don't like it when people make somebody who did not go the long way out, with marriage. Oh, you can't be a expert. You got divorced. It's like, so what? You know what I'm saying? Um, that's fine by me. What did you learn from the divorce? You know what I'm saying? So, and I also like that, he's a younger guy for one. Because he's not a minister. I think he's like just like a self-help or whatever person. And we have to stop putting these labels of people having to have this perfect life continuously or currently in order for them to advise on things. You know what I'm saying? I think a person who had a marriage that lasted for 9 years and it unfortunately did not work out does have, some information to maybe give someone to not get to where he is. So I like the fact that he's been added on, and also it's him, and it's another woman who's being added on too. So the experts are going to kind of be different next season. But I'm excited. Truth be told, yeah, Real World was the best. I don't care about these celebs and their mess. This is so much going on in the world, and that's the whole. Because I think when I did this the other day, I think it was it Monday. I don't know what day it was. It was one of this week, where I had woke up kind of early, and I was laying in the bed. I think I had FaceTime my mom. I was texting her, whatever. And it's like when I take look, it's a voice in my head said go live. And y'all know me. You know what I'm saying? I rarely ever go live in the mornings. That's not what I do. And I had nothing to talk about, and I'm very much so in my head about not coming on here and not having some kind of plan on what to discuss, because I hate dead air. So that's why I have always said to y'all, like when we on live, like once y'all stop asking me questions, if the conversation is not flowing, it's going to end. So, but that it was I was in here, it was quiet. Only my fan was going, which is why I said quietness and conversations. because I was in here, by myself, quietness and conversation, quietness under the fan, and a voice said to me, "Go live." And I was like, "Why am I gonna live for?" And I was like, it's so much going on in the world. People's minds are probably focused on that, and no one is probably having conversations about other things. I was like, go live and just see what happens. Go live and just take people's mind off, whatever. So, and it was, it worked. And it's not even about, I don't need to come on here and have, hundreds of people. It could be 5 people, you know what I'm saying? But it's a conversation. I felt like it was, something for some reason because of all the craziness that happened, recently. Something told me to come on here and just talk to folks who may just need someone to talk to and not talk about that. Okay, not talk about the foolish shit that we know for a fact is going on in the world that is affecting everyone, even if they're not in it. It'll affect us. So, like, this is a conversation about everything except that. Because at the end of the day, we all sometimes need, our mind taken off of what is clear in our face. Good morning, Julie. Good morning. It was afternoon time episode. Good morning. Right. Can't stand Julie. Do you still watch 90 Day shows? I do not. The most I see is what's on the clips from IG. I know Ashley Miller, who also does YouTube, sometimes put up posts for stuff. I really don't follow it at all because it just got to the point to where I was like, honey, it's getting on my damn nerves. And they kept having the same people, which was boring. And then when they would have new people, I still felt like it was, still on bullshit. So I don't watch anymore. Can't stand Julie. I agree. Julie's a whole asshole. Did you see the video with Diana and Mimi from Brigade? I have not. If anyone has that video, send it to me. DM it to me. Okay, at JayLeesCorner. Okay, DM me on IG or email me at I don't know my email. What's my email address? I think it's j.lees.corner at gmail.com because I want to see it and I want to conversate through it. I know conversate it's not a word. I think he's a good addition. Being he's a pastor and young, so he have understanding of modern day dating marriage. And I don't think he's a pastor. That's I don't believe he's a pastor, but I think he's like maybe a spiritual speaker, but not a pastor per se. But I mean, I know. Good morning. I got a drinking problem maybe from Danny. He look off. Yeah, something about Danny seem like, what I'm saying, he may need to drink all the time because of what he went through. But I don't know. Good morning. Good morning. I hope you do more story times from your past. It'd be funny as hell the stuff you did as a younger. Look, uh, watching the 8 Ball, the MJG and UGK versus last night. I was like, damn. There's a whole part of my life that I kind of forgot because I was drinking a lot at that point in time. But I kept saying from before, and I was talking to him, I'm like, I don't think I know many of their songs. I can't. I know like a couple, but I don't know many at all. And he like, I bet once you watch it, it'll kind of come back to you. And sure enough, as I was watching, I'm like, oh, I was more of a 8 Ball MJG fan back then. And I'm like, I forgot because those were days when I was just partying and drinking, you know what I'm saying? And bullshitting or whatever. So I was like, okay, so there's, you know, story times for me have to come as I think about something. So sometimes I can't just sit and think, okay, let me think of a story. I'm like, no, I have to remember something that happened in my past to even to even do a story time about it. And some stuff I'm like, I just forgot, or some stuff is no, what I'm saying, I ain't gonna say it's too personal. But I love doing story times. I just have to, have a memory spark to do it. Um, but yeah, I be forgetting some things. But yeah, UGK and 8 Ball MJG, I was like, girl, and yeah, I am ratchet because as I was listening to the songs, I was like, you was like in the club, like partying, partying to this shit. But I'm 40 now, so it's just it's just different. I love your commentary on the man with 30 plus kids on yesterday. That was hilarious. I had so much fun because the video he did was like 12 minutes. I had like an hour live because I kept talking shit the whole time. But my thoughts, the stuff be funny. You know, I don't like Devon Franklin. I never have. He seems so thirsty. Does he? I don't get that. Remember, but but I don't know that man. Good afternoon. Thank you for the super chat, Regina. Love you and the rest of the panel. I missed y'all yesterday. Thank you for getting me through the day. You're welcome. Yeah, we took off yesterday because it was Bonnie's birthday and also Jamie's son graduated. And so, it was, but I think that may have been only our second week off this year. We were off one week in January because I was sick, so we canceled a show because that's back when I had COVID. And so this was our second time being off. But we did say we were gonna try to, take one week off, on like the month where it's like 5 weeks. And so we'll have a bit of a break because I don't think people realize we've been going like nonstop since we started last year in February. So, but we've been trying to make sure that we, give ourselves at least a week off. But we'll be back next Thursday on Niecy's channel. Okay. You had me down laughing. You had me dying, sir. Why you yelling? Because he kept yelling at me. I'm like, sir, it's not my fault. Them kids is all yours. Okay. Why are you fussing and yelling at me? Okay. He probably still has a lot of knowledge. I do think Devon may have a lot of knowledge. That's true. Because again, I don't think people realize mistakes is what makes you smarter because you have to learn. Not no wait, not everybody, not everyone learn from their mistakes, but some folk do. Okay, I am for sure someone who learned from mistakes, and I just don't like the notion that people feel like because Devon Franklin, is divorced, that he, can't speak on marriage, and I think that's dumb. I think people who have been divorced should be able to speak on marriage. It doesn't make him an expert marriage counselor. You know what I'm saying? But because his opinion mattered before he got divorced. So I mean, him getting divorced, really, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, because 9 years is a long time. Think of how many people we know who get married. Kim Kardashian has had 18,000 marriages that didn't even last a year. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, people have to realize that divorced people have opinions too. Isn't Patrick Cal also divorced? He's married now, but I thought he was his second marriage. I don't know. It's possible. I agree. I think you need at least 8 years in marriage to give a good perspective. Now, if you under five, sit your ass down somewhere. I agree. And it was much. Thank you very much. Good morning. I'm late, but I'm here. Well, we here for a minute. But look, y'all need to ask some questions. Okay. I also have some random stuff that I probably still scroll Jasmine Brand to see. Um, yeah, we need an escape is everywhere, so it's good not to see or hear. Yeah, I always say, look, my channel is for sure an escape, from other things or whatever. I try to keep my channel, with love, light, and positivity. You know what I'm saying? I try my best to do that. I also, I like if y'all pay attention, which I may or may not, I don't even really cover heavy topics. You know what I'm saying? It has to be like a huge story of a celebrity person for me to even touch on it, and that's because usually it's some kind of legal thing going on. But like the real world issues going on, I rarely ever touch on those issues on my channel for that exact reason. Because I'm like, it be all over everywhere else. So like, yeah, I ain't gonna bring it here. I'm happy to get everything straightened out with the treadmill, but Gilray, yeah, they had me pissed. Okay, they for sure had me pissed, and um, cussing their ass out. You're not 40. I am 40. I am. I'm very sure I'm 40. Born in 1982. I just turned 40 in January. Um, Love the panel. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. How's everyone doing? Yes, how is everyone doing? I hope everyone's doing amazingly. Okay. Does anyone know if there is really a petition to get Wanda off of Love and Marriage? I haven't seen anyone. I don't believe that. And then Carlos ain't getting rid of Wanda at all. Wanda is, aggravating but also necessary. You know what I'm saying? So, it is what it is. But some mistakes are so embarrassing. They are. I think any mistake, I mean, I think it depends. Some mistakes are embarrassing, but I don't think divorce should be one of them. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think people who get divorced should then, I can't listen to you. You're married can last. Well, look, guess what? We have people be married for 30, 40 years and unhappy as fuck. And people would act like, oh, because they stayed married, they're better equipped to discuss marriage. No, sir, you've been unhappy for 30 plus years. You know what I'm saying? And That's that's even for dating. Who wants to be with somebody and they're not fucking happy? If I can't vibe with you and have a good time with you, I don't want to be with you. I don't want to be with anyone who does not make me happy. I don't want to be. I also don't want to be with anyone who doesn't want to be with me. So I don't get how people don't like the fact that if two people are married and they don't want to be together and they then divorce, that, oh, bad, so what? You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be with anybody for years just to say I'm with someone. I will be single for life before I attach myself to someone just to say I have someone. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a good admit. Anyway, Devon can speak, but it's too soon. But I think it's too soon because we just found out about the divorce. I feel like it's not as I think people also forget by the time we hear someone getting divorced, they've been going through it for at least a year. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I feel like, people don't get because we hear things, we then feel as if, oh, because we just heard it, it's new news to us, that whatever they do is too soon for us. And that's not reality. Even, when Nene, when Greg passed away and Nene moving on today, and, you know, who knew at what point in time she mentally started to move on because she knew she was losing her husband. The same way when you are going through a divorce or even a separation or even having hard times in marriage, no one makes the hard times visible until it's time to move on. So, I don't think it's really too soon solely because they just told us about what they've been dealing with for a while. I don't like him single or married. Okay. Okay. What's your favorite show this year that you don't review, that you watch it for yourself? Um Probably Below Deck. I love the Below Deck series that's on Bravo. I hate Captain Sandy with a passion, so I don't watch her season anymore. Since the whole foolishness with them. Right now my favorite is Below Deck Sailing Yacht, which I love. I'm also watching the Australian version that is on um Peacock. And I like Captain Lee, even though Captain Lee sometimes be on bullshit. So yeah, I think my favorite show is really, below. It's I like the shows I like to watch when I'm not reviewing things are shows that I don't have to I can just kind of watch and chill out. You know what I'm saying? So I love the below deck stuff. I also love, all the Chicago shows, which are amazing. I love HGTV and watching people build homes. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I would say right now it is below deck. We appreciate the escape and also good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I'm late. Oh, we talking about Devon. I'm not a big fan, but get your bag. How was the versus last night? It was amazing. I did a whole review of it. It's on my channel. Shots 80s baby. I'm for sure an 80s baby. Absolutely. Thank you for your content and keeping it light. I'm mentally exhausted and being here is calm and it feels good. That was the whole point of this, quietness and conversation. Okay, that's what it's for. That's what we do. Okay. I totally agree. I agree with you. If you're unhappy, there's no need to be there because you're making your own stuff miserable. And I don't have time for that. I am love like I'm a fun girl. Okay. I love to crack jokes or whatever. I love different conversations. Um, I have a foul mouth. I make everything sexual, at times or whatever. I laugh at jokes that should not be funny. So like I need someone who also will, be the same way with me or whatever, because who had time to be miserable? Like life is too short to be unhappy. And happiness comes from within. So that's what we have to remove. That's what we have to remember. But men move on quickly after their wife partner passes. I think people in general move on. um some men move on fast, but some women move on fast. I think it just depends on the person. um but I'm like, hey, don't be around here just soaking and I'm unhappy, I don't know what to do. Well, go do something. Go do something. um Are you going to watch review season? Absolutely. Down in the valley where the girls get naked. If you throwing band, absolutely. I could not. When I say I could not wait, absolutely. Okay. I have been waiting for P Valley, completely waiting for P Valley, and I can't. I know because P Valley coming back on. What is something else? Sisters is coming back on. I just seen the preview for Raising Kanan season 2 coming back on in August. So it's come, for sure. I think Marriage and Medicine is coming in July. So yeah, all kind of shit coming on this season. I never heard of that show. Yeah, Below Deck is a show on Bravo. It's literally about people who, rent yachts to go on trips or whatever, and it's about the crew. So the crew having to serve these crazy ass guests, okay, while also having crazy ass situations within the crew. But yeah, it's called because Below Deck is like, Below Deck is where the crew said or whatever. So yes, it's like different franchises too. It's like Below Deck Med, it's Below Deck, whatever else. It's like 3 or 4 different captains. So yes, it's all cool. Below Deck is good. Something isn't right about the why you think ain't something ain't right with that man? Uh, that's y'all, it's crazy. Waffles or pancakes? I prefer pancakes, but I don't eat pancakes or waffles. Well, I don't eat waffles. I don't like waffles. I haven't had waffles in I don't know how many years. I probably haven't had pancakes in at least 2 years. But I like pancakes. I do. I like pancakes, and I have a taste for them, but I won't go get them. But I prefer pancakes. I was married at 21 and divorced at 27. Divorce taught me a lot about life, love, and relationships. I share my story sometimes to inspire others. It made me so much better. And that's what it's about. You know what I'm saying? Captain Lee be on track. She is Aussie so dry. Captain Lee from Below Deck was an old white man. Like he don't take no shit, but at the same time he be putting up he be capping for shit that he puts cap for. And he's had some fucked up staff members or whatever who was on bullshit, and sometimes he would just not hold them accountable, and that kind of makes me mad. But what I like is that he's never knowingly did that in the moment. It'd be when shit happened and they asked him about, how he felt about something he did not know happened. I sometimes would feel like he would just not hold one of his faves accountable fully like he should. And that kind of makes me mad. I retired from the fun girl, but love the fun girls. Yes, yes. What other shows you think worth checking out, honey? I don't know. It's too many to think about. Um, I don't remember the shows I do. I have a DVR, so my DVR is very much so my memory bank. My memory is kind of shot right now. So, but um, what's the show? I think the one I keep suggesting to people is Bust Down. That's on is it on Paramount? I think it may be on Peacock. I think it's on Peacock. Bust Down, which is a great show. I keep trying to get people to watch it and they won't. I don't know if they still watching me right now. I be talking to people and y'all don't know. But Bust Down is a good funny show. It's only like 6 episodes. I like Bust Down. Again, I would say I would say The Equalizer with Queen Latifah. It's a cool show. Um, but yeah, I would. I don't know what other show do I watch. I don't know. I'm not looking at my DVR. What other shows? I can't think right now. But if I think about something, I'll say it. P Valley comes back on next Friday. P Valley is a hit. I absolutely agree. I hope P Valley have more than 10 episodes. It probably won't. I don't think it'll have more than 10 episodes, but it may be. Most shows on Stars are only going to have 10 episodes. You know, those kind of shows aren't like regular network shows that have like 18 to 20 episode seasons. It's just that's not how it's gonna work. Um, so it's gonna probably be 10, but I think it may be a better. They may space it out better. You know what I'm saying? Because they had 2 damn years. Are you gonna review Sisters? I don't know. It depends on what it's gonna give. Um, I'll probably still watch it, and if I do, it may be a car conversation or whatever, or maybe a early morning, chit chat and whatnot. I don't see myself, sitting down, watching, taking notes, taking screenshots for that show. Not at all. Do you host interviews on YouTube channel outside of the panel? Not really, because I mean I could. I don't want to. That's a hard question to answer. Like for the most part, none of us had done any interviews individually on our channels. I had interviewed my cousin like a couple, like maybe like 2 years, like maybe it was a couple years ago, about her situation. I would probably want to interview regular people. on my channels. I guess it's the better way to kind of phrase it. Because talking with my cousin who had, got married and had all these issues or whatever, and her story was empowering. So I will probably want to do more of that. Having regular folk talk about their journey in life on this or that. Because I wanted to do a red table talk type of show before it came out. And then when Jada came out, I'm like, well, I can't do it now. So I would rather interview regular people who have amazing stories, but we don't get to hear them because people only want to hear from celebrities. So I would prefer to do that on my channel. Because that's always what I wanted to add on. I just haven't done it because I'm a scary cat sometimes. So that's my idea. But as far as celebrities, I do feel like it is a better it's a better interview with all of us talking to somebody because we're bouncing off of each other, and it's a conversation versus a one-on-one thing. So that would be how I would do interviews on my channel. Alone would be with like regular folk who just want to come on and speak on what they went through for whatever it could be, this, that, or the other. I was married for 20 years now, divorced, and I would say I learned a lot from it. I tell people I did more time when you can do from a girl. Okay, now yeah, I don't want that in life. Okay, I don't want that in life. It took forever for it to come back, but finally June 3rd, P Valley team the Pank. Okay. I don't see anything with moving on quick after your partner passes as long as you're healed. They aren't coming back. That's true, you know. And I think Nene said how, once, her because her husband passed away, who wants to sit and be depressed and be alone? I agree. Too many white people on that below deck show for me. Um, the another reason why I watch it is because hearing how there are not many black people who work the whole deckhand stuff or whatever, or crew is kind of crazy. So when we have seasons where there is like black people on there, it's crazy to see how they're treated. And so that usually gives me reason to cuss people out. So yeah. Oh yeah, All Rise, which was on. It was on. I think it was on CBS. It was canceled on CBS after 2 or 3 seasons. It's back on, picked it up. So All Rise is coming on June 7th. I for sure have my DVR set for that. But I am going to watch it for sure. So June, I love All Rise, and it was black. It's a multicultural cast. It's not just black folk on there. I'm happy to have that one. Seems like they've taken a few black shows away. A lot of black shows have went away, and I'm happy that OWN picked up that one. So that's great to me. Um, what you think about them canceling Queens? I'm not surprised they canceled Queens, even though it had Eve, it had Brandy, it had Tori Naughton. A part of me felt like the show wasn't strong. It was entertaining, and I liked it, and I think they should have gotten a season 2. But I'm not surprised that they did not get one. Sometimes some of these networks you have to be a hit coming in to even get a second season. I think that's dumb. I think all shows should get a guaranteed 2 seasons because you haven't even gave the audience the time to, fully get invested in the show. So that to me is sometimes aggravating that, for us who watch the full season to then find out, okay, we don't know what's gonna happen after the fact. It's kinda crazy. Um but look, Bust Down was hilarious. Okay. And I keep telling people it's hilarious. But also, I get that sometimes people don't really watch TV. So for certain shows, you have to be a TV watcher to want to watch shit that you don't care about. So that's also, I get that too. But it was for sure. If I it in my head, I feel like I wish I like took edibles or like smoked weed because I think it would have been even more hilarious if I was high. But I don't do that. But yeah, Bust Down was for sure. And I was mad when I realized it was only 6 episodes. It was 6 episodes, like 30 minutes. And I wanted more. So I do, and they did I think they did get a second season. But I can't remember. Equalizer is good. Equalizer is good, and Equalizer also got a new season. So, and I'm trying to, I try to keep up with shows that it has a new season coming out. You know what I'm saying? Bust Down was hilarious. It was on Peacock. Freddie Gibbs is a fool, absolutely. Okay, and it was because I think the first episode, and dude made a song about being touched as a kid. I was like, how the fuck is they making a funny song? I was, it's just, it's just, it's a funny show. It's a funny show, and I feel like and it's a black show, so I want to support as much as I can. Did I watch Being Mary Jane? I did. I did. Did I watch Bel-Air? I did watch Bel-Air and I loved it. Bel-Air was a great reboot for The Fresh Prince. I love how the story wasn't exactly like the original. I like the dramatic turn. I like how each actor made the character their own. I think it's easy for people to have reboots that's exactly like the original. I.e. Saved by the Bell, which I think I only watched one or maybe two episodes of the reboot of that. That was just like the original. It really wasn't different. So that's easy because you're playing the same character. But for me, for Bel-Air, each character had to be different. Each character like had the fundamentals of the original character, but was still completely different. And how they played everything just was top tier. Who would have thought that Jazz would be a cool dude, a Uber driver who owned a music store, but also heavy liked him. You know what I'm saying? Carlton being a complete asshole and having issues of the yin yang, you know what I'm saying, and being kind of hated when we all loved Carlton from before. You know what I'm saying? Will being a foul mouth cussing ass kid who had anger issues basically, because of his life. You know, the tension between Aunt Viv and Will's mom. You know what I'm saying? I think if you're going to, reboot a show in a different way, to have it be a retelling, it has to make sense. And Bel Air made complete sense. And I don't think I've ever seen a show have a reboot be that successful at being different and the same. You know what I'm saying? So I love, love, love it. Hey, really hope everyone have a very safe, blessed holiday weekend. I agree. Are you watching No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm not at all. Uh, I still don't even know why they in court. I know it's something about her saying he did, he abused her in some kind of way, and I don't, sometimes I really don't have time for white folks drama because I feel like sometimes white folk just want attention, and I don't want to give them the attention they want just because they want it. And a part of me felt like both her accusations and his accusations were just crazy. And I'm like, I don't have the time to wrap my mind around it. I know I'd have seen, I think on IG or something I saw on earlier, like this was like week 5 or 6 of the trial. And I just, I just can't. So I just can't. So no, I have not been watching. I probably should have, and I probably should have been doing live watch alongs to the to the bullshit of it all. Honestly, after seeing you review the guy yesterday, I wanted you to interview a baby, not a baby mama. Uh, that hey, look, I may reach out. I don't know. Um, let's see. Right, relatable people. Relatable people is what I always wanted to do. I feel like I've said, I've had these conversations like with my mom and with other people around me, who know how much I like to have conversations. Um, but I think sometimes within YouTube, it's like, okay, if you're not having a conversation with like a star, or if your video isn't getting thousands of views, it's like not really entertainment to some people. But I've always loved just sitting and talking to regular people, who are interested. I just, because some people are not interested. That's okay. Everyone is not interested. However, I think people have stories the same way I think y'all love my story times. You know what I'm saying? So it's me trying to find a way to make that be entertaining. You know what I'm saying? And not have it even be, draining or, mentally hard for people to hear stuff. It's have to find the balance. Um, right, regular people, don't be scared. Look, y'all look, I'll be like, questioning myself and what I should do and whatever, while also still stepping out on faith. So, I'm doing all of that. Did you see Joe Budden made a tweet towards Alicia Keys with speech addressed him? I did see that. I feel like Joe Budden sometimes needed to shut the fuck up. Even though what he said wasn't out of line, it wasn't crazy, but I still feel like, I feel like I feel like Swiss Beats responding and saying, hey, chill out or whatever, means Joe Buddy, you have a close enough connection to me or my wife in a way of you probably know of us in some kind of way that you should not be speaking on us. I think sometimes celebrities feel like, if you know of someone, if y'all are in the same industry, maybe don't come commenting on us in a shady way because I won't cuss your ass out. So I think the fans said something about how Alicia Keys, sung Diary, whoever the person was on the song with her did better than her. And I feel like trying to degrade her on her own song is bullshit. That's thing that fans do. That thing that looky loos do. Okay. Joe Budden, for lack of a better term, is an entertainer. He's, a rapper and he's whatever. Why do you care to agree with that tone? To agree with that diss towards that man's wife? And I feel like, Swiss Beats job is, I think a man's job is to protect their wife in any petty way he sees fit. And Joe Budden was the pettier one for even commenting on the post, in my opinion. In my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I think Alicia Keys get a lot of bullshit on her music. And I think Alicia Keys is a genius in her own right. Has her music changed? Yes. Do we still listen to new stuff? No. But every artist, has their plateau to where we love their old stuff, but not so much the newer stuff or whatever. And that may be cool. But I'm like, Alicia Keys, what I'm saying? Diary is a great song. I will sing it down, okay, when I'm drunk one night if I need to. So I can say kudos to Swiss Beats for saying, hey, sir, I'm saying? Kind of fuck down. Leave my wife be. I'm saying? Do not come at my wife in that way. And we sing, what did Joe do? Took down the tweet because he probably knew, you know what I'm saying? And again, even though there's nothing wrong with someone commenting on stuff, we also have to get that, everyone can't be policed. But I do feel like Joe Budden, has probably been in the same room with Alicia Keys. So, don't try to, shade her down in somebody else's comments. Now my question is, how the fuck does Swiss Beat see it? you know, that's my question. But it's like, whatever. What made you start a YouTube channel? Well, years ago, car insurance here in Michigan was extremely high. Okay, it was too goddamn high. And my car insurance, like a month, was like 400 or something. It was damn near $500. Because Michigan insurance at that point in time was stupid expensive. Okay, stupid expensive. And in my head, I'm like, I'm tired of spending my money on car insurance. I want to have, because not I could fully afford my car. I could fully afford whatever. It wasn't even an issue of me not being able to afford. I just felt like I do not want to be spending my hard earned money on fucking car insurance. So I'm like, you know what? If I can do a YouTube channel and make, $400 a month to pay my car insurance, then that's fine because I talk shit all day. So I'm gonna either make a YouTube channel to pay my car insurance or sell cooch. I didn't want to sell cooch. I didn't want to be a hooker. Okay. Now this is a true story. I look, ask my mama, what I'm saying? You can ask him. Like I've told this story before. I literally started YouTube because I was like, I'm either gonna have to start YouTube to make, $4.59 a month to pay my car insurance, or I'm gonna sell cooch, and I don't want to sell cooch. I did not want to sell cooch. I did not want to go to jail. I did not want to sell drugs. I'm like, so let me just try YouTube. And my thing was, if I can get 1,000 subscribers, if I can, get 100,000 views in a year, I'll stick to it. That was my goal to do. I wanted to make $459 a month. I wanted to get 1,000 subscribers. I wanted to get 1,000 views. I mean, a million views. No, I'm sorry, 100,000 views in a year. And I've well surpassed all of that. I think I got the subscribers and 100,000 views within the first 7 months of me being on YouTube. But it's because I was putting out stupid content. I was putting out like 5 or 6 videos a day. For the first 2 years on YouTube, I did not sleep. I got maybe 2 or 3 hours of sleep a night when I first started out because I was like, okay, you gotta keep put out content, content, content. And but that was the reason why I started YouTube because I didn't want to be a prostitute and I didn't want to sell drugs and I didn't want to pay my car insurance. Car insurance now was much more affordable in Michigan, now, but again, back then it was dumb. 400, I was paying like $4.59 a month. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't an issue paying it, but one day I was like, I'm tired, I'm sick and tired of, what I'm saying? That could be a money for a purse. Okay, I could be or whatever. And so my thought process, I'm like, I knew people made money on YouTube. Um, But I also knew it was hard getting into YouTube and getting a following and, get people to follow you and watch you and make money from it. So I'm like, I just gotta give myself a year, to do that. So, and once I started doing it, and once I found my own voice, I found my tribe. You know what I'm saying? I found, some my way. It's been popping since then. I'm 5 years in. I love Below Deck. I do too. I watch for the scenery and to learn about how they do things. Right. If you do not know Below Deck, the scenery on these boats in the water, and the places they go is absolutely amazing. Okay. The crew be on some bullshit, so you gonna sometimes hate the chef or hate the stew or hate whoever. But it's an entertaining show. It's like background music. It's supposed to be background music. Late when I'm here, cool. Queen should have been a premium cable or um Queens, I don't know. I guess. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Right. It went downhill once Eve had to leave. And I said that, I think I said that before. I was like, when Eve got pregnant, while they were still filming, and she then had to go away because she was pregnant. Because if you watch the season, in the beginning, Eve had two different bodies. And this is not trying to body shame at all. But in the beginning, she was, because she was a sex doctor, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. And then the fact that they had to cover her up because she was pregnant, then they had to shoot her. Okay. So they had to make a way for her not to be on because she was pregnant and had to have a baby and also recover. So, but I think they felt like if it gets to season 2, she would for sure come back because by that time she would have had the baby and, what I'm saying, been back. So, and I'm not trying to blame Eve's pregnancy on it, but I'm saying that was also a thing. I like queens and our kind of people. Says I come back. I'm true, true. Love is was canceled for a whole different reason. Love is was canceled because of the person who created the show had a lawsuit about how he may have stolen the idea or whatever, and they had to cancel the show rather than fight the case. And why it was very very much so unfortunate, it made me mad because it was a good show. And I think they would have had a couple of seasons, but again, that's how shit happen. Hello, hello, hello. If you have to drink or smoke to like it, you don't like it. No. For Bust Down, I wasn't saying I had to smoke to like the show. Bust Down was funny, but I also felt like it'd be even funnier if I was high. You know what I'm saying? Do you watch Atlanta? I watched Atlanta before. I did not watch the last season. Atlanta went away for too long, and it was for me. It was an afterthought. So I did not watch this current last season. I honestly think they were appeasing us last year by giving us a few of those black shows because black folks are mad and rightfully so. That's possible. That's possible. We shall see. Yeah, I'm still scrolling because I just lost my place. If y'all have questions, get them on in, honey. Because before we get done with here, hello, good because I look forward to that live all week. Okay. I wonder if all the queens being coming back. Yes, all the queens being that was granted to season 2. I believe they're probably in the midst of filming currently. But yeah, they were greenlit for season 2. Um, what do you think about those live shows they do of old sitcoms? Oh, I think when they're done well, they're entertaining. You know what I'm saying? It just has to make sense, for them to do. But those, aren't like the Bel-Airs of the world. When they do a live, action episode of one episode of Good Time, it's like, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? It's fine. I have summed it up. They are two crack. Who is two crackheads in a relationship? Who? There was not an episode last night. We was off yesterday. We're back next week for Ule's first on Niecy's channel. I'm glad they did Bel-Air the way they did. Fresh Prince is still relevant in syndication, so I think that would have taken away from the reboot if the characters were exactly the same. Um, I say yes and no. I feel like when the gentleman did the whole, oh Johnny Depp and white lady, yeah, they probably crackheads. That's yeah. Johnny Depp, who I'll say that Johnny Depp. This comment right here. Thanks. Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, who was in Aquaman as the Queen Lady in the water. I think it was Queen Miriam, Queen something. Um, Johnny Depp, who's on trial, is not the same Johnny Depp I know from movies. Okay, he's definitely a whole other person. I've seen some of their video recordings of each other, whatever. I'm like, y'all both is on some bullshit. you know, there's for sure some things being done. I think even their antics in court is, but again, I've only seen clips posted, via social media, of him on the trial. She, took a shit to bed and blamed the animal. I'm like, what? Why? So if she took a shit in the bed, why you stay? Look. That I can't do it. Okay, and I think she's always trying to look like, a victim of whiteness, and I can't do that. It's just some bullshit. But yeah, two crackheads in a relationship does sum that up pretty well. Back to this comment. Um, the guy who made the video showing a drama version of Fresh Prince, which is the reason Bel-Air got a show. I think that was what was genius. I think no one ever felt like the show had to come back in the same capacity as it was already. But had they done it the same way, you know, I don't think it would have been a bad thing. But again, I'm happy, they did it in this way. You are good at what you do. You have our support always. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Alicia did get bloody on that track. That's not. I don't think she did. Though. I like this. This be my thing. I like the song, and so I don't be like, oh, she. I think what I'm saying. She did what she was supposed to do, and because I think there's a guy on there. I think he did great too. So I don't ever look. I don't ever look at that song and think, oh, she, got. I've never looked at it that way. You know what I'm saying? But that's just me. Why did it say that the background singer did out sing her on the runs? No one said it was a bad song. But I'm like, my thing is, why bring that up? you know what I'm saying? It's a diss to say. This is the thing. It is a diss to say that somebody else out sang someone. That's a diss to the person who got that. It's literally a diss. So my thing is, I don't look at stuff, and I'm like, it's not a new song. So I mean, I love the song and stuff. I don't say, you know what? I'm gonna listen to the diary, and I'm like, wait, Alicia Keys got out. I've never done that. I have to have that thought process as I'm listening to it initially, and I've never had that thought. So to me, that is a diss to her. Don't forget to apply pressure to right. Like the video, okay? We've been on here for an hour. We ain't gonna be on here for that much longer, okay? So what I'm saying, do that. So again, put your questions in because once the questions are done, we're gonna hang up, okay? Thanks to you to Swiss for taking up with what right, and that's my thing. I'm like, you know, every woman wants someone to defend them, even in moments of us being able to defend ourselves. Like I think Alicia Keys can also defend herself. I can defend myself, but we also want to feel supported, by whoever is around us, that they have our back too. It's nothing worse than feeling like, okay, you know what I'm saying, my dude be saying shit and then he don't be saying shit. Like, no, stand up for me, bro. That's right. My car insurance was higher than my car note. you know, so that's crazy. How is the Motor City charging that dang much? They look, that's what they was doing, and we were just paying it. it was what it was, and that's why in Michigan, some of you folk would have fake insurance because insurance was some people could not afford insurance because it was too fucking high. So in Michigan, you had people who would have fake it. We had man, it was a whole lady who had a whole fake car insurance scam going on here in Michigan. Well, here in Detroit, not in Detroit. Because insurance was that high, you would go to her, pay her like $100 or whatever. Because in here you have to have insurance to get a registration. You know what I'm saying? So, and I heard, okay, I heard this was I heard this from somebody else. Okay, I can't say this firsthand. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Please, but it was a lady. I think her name was it? Because she got arrested and everything. But she had a whole scam. You would go to her, pay like $100 or whatever, and she would print you a fake car insurance certificate that you would have to go to the Secretary of State and you can get your registration. But you did not have insurance. So that was a whole money making scheme. Her ass got caught. It was on the news because everyone was going to that lady. Everyone knew about that lady. Okay, and she was making money over fist, making money hand over fist, and that's just how Michigan insurance was. It's much better now. Like now, you can get a 6 month policy for like $500. But back then, you know what I'm saying, your insurance per month was like five, and that was a low amount. You have some folks who had like, and that's for one car. Okay. Crazy. I'm funny sometimes. Thank you very much. Okay. Hey, Jay Jizzle. I'm just telling you what you're doing today, honey. In the bed. Okay. Again, quietness and conversation. Put your questions in. We're gonna leave it at that. Look, yes, I was gonna sell Cooch. I wasn't really gonna sell Cooch. Let's just make that clear, okay? But I'm like, how else can you make money easily, okay? I'm like, yeah, for my Cooch is expensive. Well, we all been there. Look, it's crazy. It's crazy. I thought it was a known running joke about her song. I hope Swiss keeps the same energy when folks call her a mistress. I think he has. I think, you know what I'm saying? One thing about Swiss Beast don't play about his wife. And I think that's something that, you know what I'm saying, we know for a fact. The Coochie, the Coochie Chronicles. Look, look. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know how to respond to this without being, inappropriate. Um, People have always asked, people have been asking about an after dark, conversation. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm always dropping little nuggets about this or that, about vagina, penis, or whatever. Because you got to keep things spicy. Okay, keep things spicy or whatever. But I do feel like, there could be a whole Coochie Chronicles conversation about things. Okay, because I think because I was just having a conversation before about, how when you are younger and you are out here experiencing life, you don't even understand the gravity of sexual relations. Okay. And I was saying how, like when you were younger, people like you sneaking around having sex or whatever, quiet sex in rooms, you know what I'm saying? Because you did not with the parents. Like, it's just different. And I don't think there have been enough open conversations about how different sex is as a young adult, okay, as a young adult, compared to how it is now. And how you sometimes have to, in your adulthood, okay, explain how different the enjoyment is from back then and now, and how more people need to be expressive, and how more people need to, be open to, stuff. So Coochie Chronicles can for sure be a whole thing, okay? But I also be like, that ain't everybody's tea. You know what I'm saying? And YouTube be funny acting sometimes about, conversations about here and there. So I may come on live one day at like, midnight and have a whole Coochie Chronicle conversation. And whoever's there is there. And whoever isn't. Okay. And then we'll see if YouTube allows it, okay? Remind me of Miss Wanda laugh last week. Honey, Miss Wanda, that's crazy. Okay. And when Miss Wanda do a new one, I'm gonna come to y'all for a live watch along as well. Because I want y'all to enjoy, look, because when I go back to work in about 2 weeks, I won't be able to do these afternoon lives or whatever. I do like, early stuff, but I'll be back to have to do stuff after I get home from work. So I'm hoping y'all are enjoying the access to me throughout the day. If it's not the car insurance, it's the damn potholes, which gonna be putting us through, honey, putting us through it. Okay. Um, it was look, it was legit. It was a whole legit reason. And other folk, have the issues too. And because I had the conversation with him, I'm like, I think I'm gonna start YouTube. Like, what? I like, 'cause I don't pay my car insurance. Yeah, it's fucking expensive. It's stupid. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, and I said, I was like, I'm gonna either do this or that. It was like it could go either way. Um, how long ago was that, Billy? For what? Me want to sell cook? I started YouTube and I technically started in late 2016. I did a couple of little videos, but it wasn't anything like real. You know what I'm saying? I put up stuff and I was like, I don't really want to do it. But it wasn't until April of 2017 that I was like, okay, no, bitch, do it. And I have been consistent doing YouTube, with videos all the time since April 2017. I you know what I'm saying? I think for people, because I have so many videos. Um, a lot of people don't remember stuff I talked about in the beginning. I was very, very open. Definitely think they had to change the script once she got pregnant and they threw everything off for Queens. Um, did you give up on Marriage Boot Camp? I did. I gave up on Marriage Boot Camp after 2 episodes. Even though on last night's episode, I know Gangsta Boo, her man, left because they found some cocaine, some cocaine, or possibly meth. Okay, I don't know. In the house, so that's considered contraband because weed is legal, there, but cocaine and whatever else is not. So I did see Gangsta Boo, uh, kind of saying I didn't do anything. I think she was lying. I feel like them finding the bag of cocaine in her room, the cocaine in her room, and then her immediately wanting to get to her room to get her jewelry box, and that's where they found it. I think like she knew she left it out or assumed she may have left it out or whatever. And even when Dr. H confronted her about it and how she reacted, the way she reacted and how calm her man reacted let me know she do that shit. And she just did not want to admit it. When she said like, "Oh, I don't know," like I don't know if it was maybe something left in the old clothes. I'm like, who the fuck bring old clothes on it? Like I don't ever get how someone can say, "Oh, if you found cocaine in my room in the Ziploc baggie, it probably was in some old clothes." You only there for a few weeks. Did you not wash your clothes first? So how, girl? I was like, and that's if someone say, "Hey, I found this in your room," I'm gonna say that shit ain't like I don't know how it got there at all. Like drug test me right now. You know what I'm saying? I think her denial about it did not make sense. And even the dude then so like, well, you know what it is, the Dr. Ish. You know what I'm saying? Like you do that or whatever. How do you get over stage fright, or I guess just putting yourself outline? I want to start my channel, but I have anxiety about that. You have to just do it. Like I think people always want to say, well, I need to get the right equipment. I need to get this and that. that is that it does make as much sense as a dildo. That is fucking hilarious. I just lost my train of thought. That was so funny. But people, want to do YouTube, but feel like they have to have a whole plan. That's not true. The first step is just recording the video and getting used to just talking to no one. Because basically, when you on here, like when I used to do pre-recorded stuff, now I do mostly just all lives. You know what I'm saying? I do some premieres here and there too, but again, it's mostly all lives. But when you're doing, pre-recorded videos, it's you're talking to yourself, but you have to remind yourself that you're talking to people too, and talk how you talk to your friends. I think the first step for anybody is just record some videos, get used to it. You know what I'm saying? Um, and the only way to get over the stage fright is to just say fuck it and do it. Like that sounds, but it's the most honest thing. That's what I did. One day I said fuck it, got up on my laptop and hit record and recorded it, and then I put it up. Like people didn't start watching me for show until 2018. I feel like I'll take that back. No, it was I got more popular in 2018 because I started getting more viewers. Cause I think Alex, like the first time I talked to Alex, he's like, it was just this girl who was like this all over like the YouTube because when you review the same show, you be in the same circle, and so who was put up all these and it was me, all these videos. So you have to just do it. You have to have a all you have to have is what you want to do. If you want to review shows, review shows. If you want to review sports, review sports. If you want to, have sex talk, have sex talk. You have to just have your own point of view. You can't want to do it to be me or to be James. You can't. It can't be that. I used to watch Funky Dineva, and when I first started, I wanted to be able to review shows in 15 minutes or less. I talk too goddamn much for that. So even though I knew I wanted to review shows, I thought I wanted to do it quickly how Funky did it back then. And I'm like, that ain't my thing. That ain't gonna work for me. Because my first few reviews were short because I thought that's how I wanted, and that ain't what I wanted. I wanted conversations. And so once I wrap my mind around, okay, this is how you want to do it. Okay, next step is we'll keep doing it, keep getting better. But you have to just literally just start it and then go from there. Do you watch Mama June? No. Anxiety might never leave. Do it. Right. Don't be scared. Just do it. When she did that bump in the courtroom, I screamed. I seen that. I'm looking like, honey, crazy. Okay, crazy. I do not watch the show, but I've seen clips of him, and I think he's a wild boy. Okay, that ain't gonna work out for him. Um, hi, best friend. That's my best friend. Hey, Karla. Go, Karla. Go. Y'all not that not people I know in real life. Um, have you seen these videos of Sukiana? Not really. I know she knocked her tooth out or something, but that's all I've already seen. I don't follow. I think she calls herself Sukiana with the good coochie. I don't. I can't. I don't want to follow. I don't want to follow anybody with coochie in their name. I just don't. Okay. Um, I love how right now your ass is having because this is how my mind works. It's 53 conversations at once. It's like this. It's all inclusive. And the crazy part is gonna be when I have to make a thumbnail for this and title it, I will forget all the conversations I had in here, and we have to figure out, okay, what we talk about? Okay, because last week it was white penises and chicken, and this week it was about selling coochie for car insurance. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be crazy, but it's just crazy. 1 week insurance had us in a chokehold. Look, man, look. Insurance in Michigan, it just wasn't a joke, and we didn't. What are we gonna do? Okay, yeah. See, I told you, people knew Hope ass over on 7 Mile selling current. Look, it was a whole because it just okay. It confession. Okay, I'll confess. My best friend said she would. I will admit it. I did too. Okay, I bought it 2 or 3 times as well. Because it's like I didn't want to pay. I didn't want to pay for car insurance. I just did not. And people in Michigan just did not. Did you ever see? And him did too. I was offended to ask him if he did. He also. So again, me, best friend, and him all bought car insurance from Hope ass or had fake insurance 4 times because we were younger. It's not like it wasn't like yesterday. Okay, because Hope got arrested like 4 or 5 years ago. Um, so it was different then. Okay, it was expensive, and who had time? And I'm like, because I have only been in one car accident in my whole life, and that's the crazy part. For years, I did not have car insurance. For years, I did not have car insurance, but I would always go to Hope and get my thing every year. And then when I got my new car, I know I got a new used car. I had got a 2012 Malibu back in like 2015. And what was it, 2016? It was 2016. And because I was buying the car, I had to have car insurance. So I went ahead and got car insurance. And like 2 months after getting the car, I got into a car wreck and totaled my car. And I was so luckily for one, luckily I lived. But luckily my ass had insurance. You know what I'm saying? So the car got paid off. But that's what it is. Because it's crazy. It was good. He stuck up for his wife. Now, which diary we talking about, honey? I don't know. It can be either. Look. I am not. I don't like. I don't always like critiquing who did better on a song. If I like the song, I like the song. Okay, but again, it was what it was. What you doing for Memorial Day weekend? Chilling. You know, just a little chilling. No, whatever. No particular plans. So just wherever the wind takes me. Okay. Um. Yes, you need to seriously think about a late night quiet storm Coochie Chronicles. Uh, Not Coochie Chronicles. Live on here, especially on Fridays and weekend nights. Don't forget you help the concept. Well, thank you very much. Okay. Um. She got a late number. I'm going to think about it, but I've been talking about doing a late night, sex situation, not sex situation. Lord Jesus, a I have been discussing having late night adult conversation since my channel started. But my thing be, I don't, who gonna come watch? Who gonna come talk? I can't talk to myself. I mean, I could because I do all the time. But again, it will be the wuss. I would like for you to go back to doing 30 time videos. What you consider? I would. Yeah. It's not that I stopped doing them. It's that I just, I stopped, like, I didn't really stop. It's just I think I did so many so fast, and then I kind of stopped doing them. People thought I stopped, and it's like, no, I just having thoughts of, stuff, you know. But somebody reminded me. I'm not gonna do it, the dildo conversation. Um, that's the first step. Get up and do it. That's the best advice she can give you. Because again, I've had people ask me. I've had family members, contact me about, starting a YouTube channel. And I say the same thing to anybody. Your first step is you have to create the content. I am a firm believer in, if you do not create your content, how would anybody ever see it? If you do not promote your content, how would anybody else see it? So for me, when I started YouTube, I created tons of content, and I consistently, shared my shit on my Twitter and my IG. And I did not even have a lot of followers back then. I think now on IG I'm up to like maybe 7,900 followers. I think I just hit 1,600 people on Twitter. But I would post it and had to, I just had to do it. And I think that's the way that I was able to get a bit of success on YouTube quickly, because I'm like, I just have to put in the work. I have to create the content. I have to promote it, because nobody else was going to, no one knew me. Like, I did not know anyone on YouTube back then. Like, no one. So the fact that I have, a whole tribe now, where I know Bonnie and Jamie and Niecy, I know Scotty, I know Funky, there are these people around here who, we're in the same industry now, and I know them. Is different than how I started. So, so I would just step out on faith and do that. Because again, if you don't promote, you, who will? And if you don't make your content, what can they support? You know? Um, if you had to choose between Bobby Brown or Flavor Flav's, whose fried chicken would you eat? I mean, either Bobby Brown or Flavor Flav. I feel like both of them did crack though. So I don't really, I don't know. I don't want, you know, I don't know. They both did crack. I don't know who chicken is, whoever chicken is in lace with crack, you know. Um I don't remember what either of their chicken looked like. I would prefer my own chicken. I make it look. I just sent somebody a video saying, you know what I'm saying? Um, the video said something like, I got great cooch and I make great chicken. It was a thing that was on IG. But I would prefer my chicken, you know what I'm saying? But I don't want, I don't want, I think they all clean now though. I think both Bobby and Flavor clean now. I mean, if it was current day clean Flavor or Bobby Brown, I would say Bobby Brown, because he looked like his chicken is just cleaner. Okay, just cleaner. But that's just in my that's just in my opinion, because I don't know. Laugh on loud. It was about white meat derby. Yeah, honey. I think somebody asked me last week, what other day, do I date a white man? And I'm like, well, no, and my response was, I can't see myself sucking a white dick. Um, and that conversation turned into, with chicken, white meat versus dark meat, because I'm like, I prefer dark meat. So, it's just kind of crazy. Um, don't get too comfortable with car insurance rates. I said it's going up everywhere. I don't think it'll ever. Well, because they changed the laws here, ours went down. So that's the reason why, it's not that bad. Hey, to Armar. I just want more car conversations. They're amazing. I haven't been driving. I think people, like, after I got COVID. I got COVID in January. I was on vacation in December. You know, I went back to work on January, I think like January 6th or whatever. And then I failed on January 6th. So I was off for a couple of days. I went back to work on January 10th, but by then I had COVID. I was sick. When I got home from the hospital, I didn't drive. I wasn't able to drive because I was still, weak or whatever. So I didn't drive again, like myself, until like March. So like for like 2 months, I wasn't driving at all. And because I've been off work because I'm still, recouping or whatever, I have not been driving as often. Okay, when I'm back at work though in 2 weeks for show, y'all will get more car conversations. And sometimes for me, even car conversations, it's like I have to have some kind of topic to randomly be driving and ranting. But I for sure plan to do more when I get to driving. But I was just driving the other day and I didn't record. And also because it's hot here, for car conversations, it's hot in the car. So sometimes if it's too hot, I just don't feel like putting my phone on. 'Cause I don't want my phone overheat. So that part is crazy too. Maybe you can invite the dude with 30 plus kids that we watched yesterday. I'm not gonna have that man cuss me out. 'Cause if he cussed me out like he did that video, it's gonna be a fight. It's gonna be a fight. Cause so he can't do that to me. Ain't gonna happen. But I will be open to it. Yeah, to see what he gonna say. But you can't fuss me out about it, cause that's not we're not gonna do. So I don't know. And don't be a fat girl loser like me. And don't be a fucking loser like me and post videos. Well, look, if y'all don't know, Queen Karla is my best friend. Okay, we have known each other since fourth grade. Best friend. Okay, for all these years, I've lost count of how many years it's been since back then. And y'all know Karla's who sings my intro. That's her. She's always been the one who's done my intro songs. There was a whole song, her songs on her www.quickcolor.com. The link is in my description box below here. So she does my intros, and Karla, who is a professional, singer. She also does paintings or whatever. She does all kinds. She's a very, very, very much so artistic person. She does all kind of stuff. Has a clothing line, all this stuff. Karla will not post on social media. She just doesn't do it as often because social media is also new art. Okay, so I'm like, Karla, have you posted on your social media? She be like, no, but she'll post a video or a post every like 6 months. So her shit don't be a sucker like hers. But follow Karla on IG at Queen Karla. Because again, what I'm saying, she may not post often, but when she do. Okay. Um it's hilarious. I love hanging out in Detroit for comedy and music concerts. The Motor City makes me happy. Detroit's for sure an amazing city. We have our issues, but every city has their issues or whatever. So yeah, Detroit is great. Not both of them doing crack. I think it was. I don't want no crack chicken. I do not want any crack chicken. Um, why not white meat? Make sure they have good credit. Look, I told y'all that before. I don't want it. I don't want it. You know what I'm saying? I love, I'm not gonna go there again because that was the whole look. I did look. Um, you know, I be trying not to get on a sexual conversation all the time. I love black men. And, that's just what it is. I don't know no other way, to have that conversation. Doing the watch along that was so funny. I'm gonna try to do more, for sure. But I have to. It has to be. It has to be a video that I won't get a copyright strike on. So that's the part that's hard. But I may, find other random, live videos or whatever to do, and then we'll see how that goes. No way. She sounds like just yes. That is Karla Pace. Okay. www.karlapace.com. That's Karla with a K, not a C. Okay. Um. So yeah, and I think people miss because the original intro was Love Music, but we had to switch it around, and now we have All Right, which is my intro music now, but they are both Karla songs. Okay, any intro I had is always a song from her. I love see they love the intro. If you interview the 30 plus kids, man, give him notice so he can run to the bank and get more money to put on the flow. You know, I look, I'm not finna fuss with that man on camera. Okay, I cannot do that. That's gonna be seen too much. Hey. Yes, I love the watch alongs. Can you watch Watch Along Fox So and do another review? I probably will. It probably won't be a watch along, but I'll watch and take notes and then we can have a conversation about it because Fox So ain't for to stash my channel down for posting the content. But I will for sure watch that stuff and stuff. Okay. But we have been on here for an hour and a half, and I am done, because it went from morning to afternoon. Okay. Thank everyone for coming around here to have a conversation with me. Okay. I will do another one maybe Monday. Um, so because wait, no, not much. Monday's a holiday. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'll have it posted, but it's always gonna be sometime, but right before noon. Okay, morning conversations whenever in the morning because I'm not gonna be woke. But again, sometime between 11:30 and 12, we'll always be around here to have these random conversations. Okay, maybe I'll do one Sunday morning. Maybe we can have a Sunday morning. No, just sanctified for the Holy Ghost church time. We shall see. But I have other things to do. But thank y'all all for coming around here and having a conversation. I'm happy my best friend, that's my best friend, was around here. Okay, around here. For this conversation. And it's a great thing to be had. I want everyone to have a wonderful, wonderful Friday. Okay. I want everyone to be safe. Okay. I want everyone to be nice to somebody else. Okay. And if you see something, say something. Okay. Because that's what we gonna have to do. Um, can you fry some chicken so I can come? I don't know. I will. I will. Not today though, because I don't probably make no chicken. Enjoy the live. Have a good rest of your day. Queen Karla, I'm a big music lover and kept replaying the intro just to hear you. See, go ahead to the website though, and get the song. Get that song and her other songs too. Okay, so make sure y'all know where to go for the music, okay? But it has been an amazing time with y'all today. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel, to become a whole JayBird, to like the video on your way out, to also make sure to follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner on IG and Twitter. And until next time, y'all, I gotta go. Love y'all. Peace.